Satang Prasanga.
Hare Krishna, dear devotees, and welcome to today's session. How are you doing? There's a lot of joy and festivity in the air in Mayapur today, as it's a very special day, the appearance day of Srimati Radharani. So we would like to start by offering a prayer to Srimati Radhika. Takta Kanchana Gaurange Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vishabhanu Sutta Devi Pranamami Hari Priye. That we praying to Srimati Radharani, please, you are the golden complexion one. You are Vrindavaneshwari, you are the queen of Vrindavan, and you are so dear to Vishabhanu Sutta, and Pranamami Hari Priya. You are so dear to Krishna. So please bless me on this day. So with this beautiful invocation, we'd like to mention a few words glorifying Srimati Radhika. So, what to speak of this great personality? It's interesting that there's not a lot of literature in the mainstream spiritual texts because she's such a confidential person. We see in the whole of South India, you won't find a temple of Radha and Krishna. You'll find temples of Satyabhama and Rukmini, but you won't find temples of Radha and Krishna so easily, except the ISKCON temples. So you can see she's not so well known. Actually, she was not known until Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is the first one who started to expound the glories of Radharani all over India. And later on, the Parampara line, Srila Prabhupada expounded it all over the world. So we see that devotees of Vishnu, they are called Vaishnavas. Devotees of Krishna, they are called Karshnayas. But devotees of Radharani are called Gaudiyas. So we are the Gaudiya line. We are in Gaudiya tradition. I'm just thinking of Vrindavan today and how festive it would have been. The pujaris would have been setting up the altar from a day or two before. Everybody would have been making special offerings and the whole temple room would have been decorated. Of course, now the lockdown is going to be a little different. But that mood is there. And most of the locals like chanting the name Radhe Radhe. Even the rickshawalas chant that name. But just the note that Srila Prabhupada didn't want us to chant that name. So he would say, you chant Hare Krishna. And the reason he gave is that Radharani is on her own when you're chanting her name. You're just saying Radhe Radhe. But we always want to see her with Krishna. We don't want to see her separate from her beloved. So therefore we chant Hare Krishna, where they're always together. So Krishna has many devotees. Why is Radharani's love unique? Because the meaning of love is that you please the beloved the most. So she is the one out of all the devotees that pleases Krishna the most. Radharani from head to toe is nothing but Krishna Prem, love for Krishna. She just wants to please Krishna. And so much so to the extent that she expands herself to give more of herself to Krishna. We see that in the expansions of Srimati Radharani as described by Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami in the 4th chapter of Chaitanya Charitamrita, Adi Lila. He describes there that the expansions, the goddesses of fortune, they are the expansions of Radharani. And the goddesses and the queens of Dwarka, they are the reflections of Srimati Radharani. But the gopis of Vrindavan, they are directly Radharani herself, Kalvyuha. So it's very amazing to see that each of, especially the Parama Prashta Sakhis, those 8 prominent Sakhis, or the Asta Sakhis, the 8 prominent gopis with Radharani, they are non-different from her. They are just different moods of Srimati Radharani. They are not separate people. They are Radharani in that mood, because each one of those 8 have a certain mood that is very prominent. So to bring out that mood in a prominent way which Krishna likes, she actually expands herself by one person so that Krishna can enjoy that mood as a total person. So the 8 Sakhis are non-different from Radharani, directly her. And the leader of the 8 Sakhis is Lalita Sakhi. We see in the Krishna Balaram temple, in the Radhastami altar, they are left and right of Radha and Krishna. So she's on the left and Vishaka is on the right. And she's keeping an eye on Krishna. You don't give my Prana Priya any trouble here, I will sort you out. So Krishna is like, he's just sitting. You see how quiet he's there on the altar. Yeah, he can't make a move. So she's the head of the Sakhis, and we see here in Mayapur also a quick way to learn. I thought I'll also share with you my quick technique of how to learn the 8 names of the Asta Sakhis, the 8 gopis. So on the left, on Krishna's side, there is 4 gopis, and on the right, on Radharani's side, there is 4 gopis in the Mayapur altar. So on the left, on Krishna's side, is like virus, V-I-R-S. Vishaka, Induleka, Rangadevi, Sudevi. Vishaka, Induleka, Rangadevi, Sudevi. They are on the left. And on the right, TLC. So it's 2 C's, TLCC. So on the right, it will be Tungavidya, Lalita, Chitra, and Champaklata. So on the right will be Tungavidya, Lalita, Chitra, and Champaklata. So TLCC, or TLC to remember it for short. And on the left, on Krishna's side, virus, V-I-R-S. So very easy. You can remember the 8 Astasakhi gopis here in Mayapur. From the left, Vishaka, Indruleka, Rangadevi, Sudevi, virus. And on the right, TLCC. Tungavidya, Lalita, Chitra, and Champaklata. So very easy to remember them. I'm going to test you later. So very easy to remember the Astasakhi gopis. So Srimati Radharani's pastime, just like Krishna's, is in Madhurya Bhav, Audharya Bhav, and Aishwarya Bhav. The 3 different mellows that come. And those that assist her are called her Sakhis. So you'll hear this a lot. Vishaka Sakhi, Lalita Sakhi, Champaklata Sakhi, Tungavidya Sakhi. So they are the assistants of the 8 gopis who are directly Radharani, giving pleasure to Krishna. So we see, according to the philosophy, Ram is Bhagavan, Krishna is Bhagavan, Narayan is Bhagavan. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he is not actually Bhagavan, but he is Bhagavan. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Bhagavan, but in the mood of the bhakta, of the mood of the devotee. So it's a special mood because none of the others have that experience. They all want to know, what is it that my devotee feels in his heart? They can't actually know that because we are a separate entity unless we show it by action. But what is it that they feel? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Radha Krishna combined. So this is a very special feature, and therefore he is so merciful, because the Lord on his own is very merciful, but now combined with Radharani he becomes even more merciful, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So we see sometimes they ask, why is it Radharani's name is not mentioned in Bhagavatam? So one of the reasons is that Sukadev Goswami, the Acharyas tell us, it's confidential, that Sukadev Goswami is Radharani's parrot directly. And he is speaking about her and her confidential pastimes with Krishna. And all the elders are sitting in the assembly there. Vyasadev, Narad, all the seniors to the gopis, they're all sitting there. So the gopis are feeling shy and they're saying, hey, Sukadev. They appear in his heart and they say, Sukadev, you don't embarrass us by telling all our stories here in this assembly of all the sadhus. You're going to embarrass us. So don't speak all this thing here, Therefore, don't even mention Radharani's name. You speak what you have to, just minimize it, 5 chapters. Just keep it to 5 chapters and don't speak all these things. We're feeling very shy, that you're going to tell all our stories with Krishna and what we're doing with Krishna. You're going to tell all these great sadhus are sitting here. So, this is not a material thing. Atmaramascho Muniyor. That the Atma, they are self-satisfied souls who are listening to that. So they don't need any material boy and girl story to give them some entertainment. They're totally beyond that. So why are they hearing the same kind of stories with Radha and Krishna? Because this is not the same thing. That's why we take 9 cantos of Bhagavatam first to understand. He may be acting as a human being, but don't mistaken his pastimes for ordinary Leela. So here in India, it's famous. Everybody wants to read that Ras Leela or hear the Ras Leela Katha. And so Prabhupada went to one life member's house once to encourage them. And they said, Swamiji, can you speak Ras Leela something? So Prabhupada was avoiding the topic and eventually insisting. And Prabhupada said, you may be qualified to hear, I'm not qualified to speak. And he got the point. So Radharani is known as Karuna Mai, the embodiment of mercy. And we are experiencing corona virus at the moment. So her mercy is also coming in the form of that, whereby usually on a festival day, we come to the temple, take darshan, take prasad, take sangha. So we take. What do we give? Yes, we may give some donation, but she wants our personal service. Therefore, during this virus time now, when we come to the temple, all the decorations and everything is hired. All the prasad is ready and cooked. We just stand in the line and sit down and take prasad. All the Mahaprasad is already offered and made. So we are the enjoyers and the recipients of most of the festival. But now, during this coronavirus, we have to do all the festival. We have to decorate our own altars at home, and you see online, so beautiful, amazing how the devotees are putting their heart into their homes and their altars and dress their deities, decorate their deities, offer special things, so many nice items. It's so amazing. So now she's giving us personal service, and that's all thanks to coronavirus. So think about it. In that way, we wouldn't have done all the services, but now we're forced to do it, and it's so nice. The altar is nice, and all the prasadam is nice, and we feeling so nice. So one of the most beautiful pastimes we see, Radharani is always cooking for Krishna. She was blessed actually by Durvasa Muni. The beautiful story, when she was small, they call her Lali. In Vrindavan, they say Lali for little child, little girl. So when she was small, with all her friends, she would put a deity of Krishna in the corner of the courtyard and worship and play. And one day Durvasa Muni came on the Dwadasi Tithi, on the Dwadasi day to break fast. So all these little girls, these little Sakhis, they saw this big Baba with a beard and they got frightened. But Radharani didn't get frightened, she stood there. And he went up to her and he said, Lali, my dear daughter, please, can you make me some payasam? Can you make some? So she quickly, payasam is sweet rice, like sweet rice. So she quickly went and started to prepare this thing. So we see there are quite a few pastimes where Radharani is making sweet rice. Even in Tirka Damba she made for Rupa Goswami. And here now this pastime also. So she's very expert at sweet rice. So today for my offering, I try to make some sweet rice also, asking her blessings. So she started to make this. And usually she blesses everyone. But this time when Durvasa Muni ate the sweet rice, he blessed her. And he said, Lalli, that whatever you cook, whoever eats this, they will have very good health, live long time, and they will enjoy such a wonderful taste of prasadam. So Yasoda, Mother Yasoda heard this. She said, oh, I need this girl to cook for Krishna, for my Lalla. So every day Radharani cooks then for Krishna. Even after she got married, the Shastra says, even after she got married, she still cooks for Krishna. And at Pavan Sarovar, just in Nandagram at the bottom, then at Pavan Sarovar, every day she cooks there on 64 chulas, 64 fires she's got going at one time. And you can imagine in summer how it is. So very hot, very difficult, but every day she cooks for Krishna. She's so kind. So there are many prayers that are circulating on the social media and all are really wonderful. So I thought we'll keep it simple and follow and remember Srila Prabhupada's prayer. That the Hare Krishna mantra means, my dear Srimati Radharani, please engage me in your service. Please engage me in the service of Krishna. So there is no heartfelt prayer deeper than that. If one has that from the heart, that is the essence of prayer. And that's what we're chanting when we chant the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra every day. That we're praying to her, please engage me in Krishna's service. So I hope you have a good day today, remembering the glories of Karunamayi Srimati Radhika. And may she bless you and your family during this time. And please offer something special for her today. So thank you. Hare Krishna.